Hello everyone, welcome to all of you. This is Sanket Gaikwad once again in front of you. So, taking concept related to time delay wall, which is major issue in industrial fluid power nowadays in a great boom. Basically, my lecture will be bi-language. I have two language bi-language lecture, that is English as well as Marathi. Marathi for demanding students. That's why I need to have this lecture in Marathi also. Hoping for a cooperation and optimistic approach. Yeah, starting with time delay valve. In case of many of the pneumatic applications as well as hydraulic applications, what happens when one operation is performed? For example, consider drilling operation. When we are to do drilling operation, what happens? First of all, we clamp the workpiece. After clamping the workpiece, what we do? We place the drill bit on the job, and after placing the drill bit on the job we do drilling operation. But during these three operations there is some time delay. Yeah, so to compensate this time delay we are using time delay valve, which is a very major issue in case of industrial fluid power. So starting with time delay valve construction, what does it comprise? It comprises of a valve outer body, ज्याला आपण बाहेरचं केसिंग म्हणू शकतो. आफ्टर वॉल्व बॉडी इट comprises of adjusting screw, chamber, it comprises of, yeah, you're right, it comprises of 3/2 DCV, that is direction control valve. 3 stands for 3 ways or 3 ports, and 2 stands for 2 positions, that is position 1 and position 2. So starting with next point, that is it is having check valve in order to avoid the flow of hydraulic oil or pneumatic air return to the inward line. This is input line here, and this check valve is having a spring over here. Okay, so when hydraulic oil, जेव्हा आपण hydraulic oil input port ने supply करतो, when this hydraulic oil is supplied from this input port, definitely it is going to pass through this check valve. Check valve is also known as unidirectional valve, yeah, or non-return valve. Yeah, both the ways it is familiar with check valve. आता ह्या check valve मधून काय होईल, हे hydraulic oil पास होईल. आता हायड्रोलिक ऑइल तुम्ही म्हणाल की इकडनं सुद्धा सर पास होऊ शकतो. हियर देयर इज ऍडजस्टिंग स्क्रू. ज्या वेळेस हायड्रोलिक ऑइल इकडनं जाईल हे चेंबर मध्ये भरेल, पण हे चेंबर मध्ये कितपत प्रमाणात भरलं पाहिजे किंवा किती अमाउंट हे चेंबर सस्टेन केलं पाहिजे हे ऍडजस्टिंग स्क्रूवर आहे. ऍडजस्टिंग स्क्रू, इफ वी ऍडजस्ट इट मोर टाइट, द अमाउंट ऑफ ऑइल टू बी फिल्ड इन द चेंबर इज मोर. Yeah, if we tight or if we fasten the adjusting screw less, the amount of hydraulic oil or gas to be encountered in this chamber is less. So when the oil move towards this chamber, yeah, initially the pressure over here increases. As this pressure increases, it is having a value such that the pressure of hydraulic oil in this chamber is greater than this spring pressure or spring force. Yeah, ड्यू टू विच दिस स्पूल, हा जो स्पूल आहे हा मागे सरकला जातो, आणि हा मागे सरकला गेल्यामुळे काय होतं, पॉइंट पी पासून, हा एक डॉटेड लाईन दाखवतो मी तुम्हाला, पॉइंट पी पासून पॉइंट सी पर्यंत पासेज हा मोकळा होतो. म्हणजे द ऑइल इज फ्री टू फ्लो फ्रॉम पॉइंट पी टू पॉइंट सी, ड्यू टू विच there is connection from point P to point C. This is position number 1. But as this oil has passed from point P to point C, bear in mind, as this oil passes from point P to C, it has fulfilled its application, that is it has been passed through this port and it has fulfilled its application. After some time, what happens, the spring pressure or spring force is greater than this hydraulic fluid pressure, due to which the spool shift again towards its initial position, providing the passage from point C to T. That means the spool gets shifted towards your left position, and due to shifting of spool towards left position, the passage of return line from C to T is achieved. So this is actually time delay valve. So in case of time delay valve, what happens, till this chamber is filled, it takes time to have flow from P to C. Yeah, it takes some time, but from C to T, the flow is having less time delay. That means for one operation, there is a time delay. And the function of this check valve over here, या चेक वॉलचं फंक्शन असं आहे की समजा इकडे प्रेशर वाढलाय, इकडनं ऑइल पासेस जात आहे, बरोबर, तर इकडनं रिटर्न फ्लो नाही गेलं पाहिजे. The oil should not flow back from this valve. So there is provision of this check valve over here. Yeah, and after this, I've told you about this screw adjustment. Yeah, amount of hydraulic oil to be compensated in this chamber depends on this adjusting screw. So with this, I'm just explaining you it in brief again. Time delay valve construction, it comprises of adjusting screw, valve body, 3x2 DCV, which is also known as direction control valve. Yeah. After 3x2 DCV, it is having check valve. As the fluid enters this input point, it flows from this check valve. It is having some passes from this point also, but most probably it goes from here. It fills the chamber. As the pressure in the chamber increases, it shifts the spool from position left to position right, proving the pressure of this hydraulic fluid greater than the spring force or spring pressure, proving that the pressure of this oil encountered in this chamber is more than spring pressure. Are you getting it? Due to which the spool shifts towards right, and after shifting of spool from left position to right positions, it allows opening of port P and port C, proving the hydraulic oil to flow from port P to port C, after which the application is fulfilled. The oil tends to flow again downwards, proving increase in pressure of spring, then hydraulic oil, proving movement of this spool from again right position to left position. That means the oil can now flow from point C to T. This is actual time delay valve. Yeah, thank you.